And I would like to congratulate organizers to organize this special conversation on trade, investment, and rights of the workers. All of you know I am the Minister for Industries and Law for the state of Kerala. All media people എന്നോട് ഇപ്പോൾ ചോദിക്കും കേരളത്തിലേക്ക് എത്ര ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ്മെന്റ് വന്നു, തമിഴ്നാട് എത്ര ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ്മെന്റ് വന്നു, കർണാടക എത്ര വന്നു, തെലങ്കാന that much investments. What are you doing here? How much investment to the state of Kerala? Then as a Minister of Industries, my primary duty to attract more investments to the state of Kerala. Now organizers asked me to elaborate this equilibrium in between trade investment and rights of workers. But we are working as a minister, but our primary responsibility to implement the policies of the party and the left front. This is a temporary mechanism. But we are working within the framework of India. What is the alternative? Yes, we are trying to implement alternative, but alternative within the limitations. If you could find time to read the party documents with regard to the left governments and also party program, alternative policies within the existing limitations. PMS, the first Chief Minister of Kerala, 1957 April 5th. After taking oath, he made an address to the public through AIR, radio basic. Even though my breathe, ശ്വാസം for building communism. PMS. But my government is not working to establish a communist society. ഒരു ഡയലക്റ്റിക്കൽ ഇഷ്യൂ എന്ന ശ്വാസവും കമ്മ്യൂണിസത്തിൽ. But this government not for establishing communist society. Then he must say, we are trying to implement the progressive policies of the Congress and the center. See, government is a communist government. But what is the objective of that government? The objective of that government is to establish and implement the progressive policies of the Congress government and the center. Not for implementing the party program. That is the correct position of the party. Because the first elected government, communist government, in British Guyana, that is elected in 1953 as the leader of PPP, 1953, but it's not country. But this is the first elected government, communist government, within a capitalist framework. This government, union government and our constitution, everything is to strengthen the development way to establish capitalism. Then what should be the objective of a state government? Is to establish people democracy? Is it to establish socialism? Is it to establish communism? No. Our government is also trying to implement these same policies, but maximum alternative within the existing limitation. In party documents, Hello. 2005 CC document on certain policy matters. It however must be kept in mind that under the Indian Constitution, the central government alone defines and implementing major economic and industrial policies. The state government have little autonomy in implementing alternative policies. So very little autonomy we have. Actually, Pranti program correctly mentioned the 2004 program. In the 1950s, there is no party understanding how to lead a government by a Communist Party. No understanding. But in 1920 Communist International, there was a document on parliamentarism presented by Bukhari. In that document itself, the communists should utilize the opportunities to form provincial governments to give immediate relief to the people. That was the formulation of that document on parliamentarism. To give immediate relief. That is the same building we could find in the 1964 program. Then after the experience of the left governments in 2000, we have adopted updated program. That is carrying out programs providing relief to the people and strive to protect and implement alternative policies within the existing limitations. Earlier form, relief, immediate relief. But after decades of ruling, the people expect more. In our document, that is 1994 CC document, the people will compare the performance of the left government with the other state governments led by Busha parties. They compare what is the performance of Kerala government, earlier Bengal government, earlier Tripura government, along with other governments, including Tamil Nadu and other state governments. We cannot say we will give relief after the revolution, after establishing People's Democratic Society, then socialism, then communism. Please wait. No. Very difficult. But what is to be done? The 1957 itself, Comedy says, this government will encourage industry to expand industry and trade and also engage in other economic activities. At the same time, this government will prevent excessive profiteering. Excessive is there. Not prevent profiteering, no. This government will try to prevent, that is in 1957, excessive profiteering. Because profit is the basic motto of capitalism. You cannot prevent an industry or capital establishment from making profit, no. But excessive profiteering. As far as the party is concerned, 1957, it welcomed capital from anywhere, including American capital, but only under fair conditions. Our last Kerala Party conference had adopted a resolution on Navakerala Nirmati. The state conference prior to 23rd Party Congress, we have adopted a document on Navakerala. That document, party said this, we government should invite all capital, foreign capital, any capital, but with fair conditions. The criticism is still continuing. They are deviating the party line. But this is the 1957 statement of Comedy It welcomed capital from anywhere, including American capital, but only under fair conditions. In 1957, communists shouted slogans against Tata, Birla, Goenka. At that time, no Ambani, no Adani. Only Tata, Birla, Goenka, Dalmia, Singhania. They are the capitalists. While the communists were shouting slogans against Tata, Birla, Goenka, the same AMS that invited Birla to Kerala to establish an industry. And the realities. Shouting slogan against Birla, and others said invited Birla to Kerala to establish a factory, and Birla himself established a company in Kozhikode, Mau Gaudiya Prions. Is it right? Because within the government, no other way. And Kerala is not a country. Kerala is not a communist country. Kerala is a state within a country. That country is adopted the capitalist mode of development. And the state government is working within this framework, capitalist framework, within the constitution, within the legal framework. At that time, our understanding is giving maximum immediate relief to the common man. In 2000, we had adopted our updated program. In that, clearly stated the alternative within the excess individual. This is the limitations. In 1957, the then Finance Minister, C.H. Chidambaram, in his budget speech, he said, government will provide all facilities to establish and run industries in the state of Kerala. We will facilitate to attract maximum investment to the state of Kerala. At the same time, ensure wages and legal rights of the working class. This is the difference. We are attracting investments, but with fair conditions, protecting the wages, protecting the legal rights of the working class. The same process is continuing. Now the situation is more complex. The centralization is intensifying. Union government, de facto it is a central government. Everything is centralized. The state has very limited options to adopt alternative policies. And our financial allocation is connected with these policies, structural policies. Piece of doing business, electricity reforms, education reforms. If you are not ready to implement a single component of the reform, then the union government will stop all grant and aid to that sector as a whole, not for that single project. This PM Sri school. First condition you should adopt NEP. No. Then the aids for other education activities for the central government. It is stopped now for the state of Kerala. Not only for the PMC schools. All aid and grant, loans to the education sector, to the state is stopped only because of they are not signing this MOU. MOU for establishing PMC schools. But the prior condition is to implement the NEP as a whole. Very specific, as a whole. Not this component, that component, no, as a whole, you should implement. The electricity reforms, if you are ready, then we will release this much grant. It is our money. I would like to take more time to explain that things. One additional thing in this 1957 budget speech, Achuthaman says, in addition to this, our government is ready to take equity in private industrial establishment to support the industries and give confidence to the investors. PPP is not familiar at that time. PSUs are there. Our approach is PSUs are the stage mechanism to expand, develop capitalist way of development. But first Communist government, in its first budget speech, correctly mentioned that government is ready to take equity in private industries to support them and to give confidence to the investors to invest in the state of Kerala. That is the approach of the party at that time. Because communists are running a government, nobody is ready to invest in the state, deep rooted presumptions are there, then we should give confidence to them. Government will take this much in equity. Then they are ready to establish the industry. Others say, first time in the country, that government constitute a triparty mechanism. Triparty mechanism consists of the representatives of the government along with the industrialist plus trade union. First time in the country. While attracting investment, while ready to take equity of the private industrial establishment, other side, government is establishing triparty mechanism. Malayalam English trade union, management, government, triparty mechanism. To settle all issues. Pension, minimum wages. Police should not intervene in labor issues. That's path-breaking change. Before that, police intervening, all labor disputes, all strikes, police are intervening. But EMS government clearly stated that police should not intervene in labor disputes. A structured mechanism was established by the government, including representatives of management and trade union along with the government officials. Now the situation is more complex. In Kerala, we are trying to attract more investment. Recently, we have convened an investment Kerala in global summit. Around 2 lakh crore investment proposals are there. We are trying to transform the society into a knowledge society and the economy into a knowledge-based economy. Instead of doing business, now it is BRP. From 2015, it is BRP, Business Reforms Action Plan. Government of Kerala is not diluting any workers' rights. Any workers' rights. During the last 4 years, I'm going to complete 4th year. Never touched any labor laws. No rules, no laws, we are not changed, but not touched. But 1957 itself, PMS says, the approach of the investor should be changed. Approach of the workers also should be changed. In 1957. And EMS says, along with the rights, the workers should be aware of their duties. Not now, 1957. The document adopted by Kerala Party Conference, while deciding the wages, the living cost of the workers, that should be the first priority. But the paying capacity of the industrial establishment should be considered. An equilibrium should be there. The living standard of the workers, whether this price rise, other issues, it should be considered. Along with the paying capacity of the industrial establishment. If you are ready to increase the wage 30% and 40%, the company is not in a position to pay that much, then what would be the result? Company may be closed, may be in trouble. Then equilibrium should be there. By considering the living standards, price rise, everything of the worker community, the paying capacity of the companies, industries should be considered in the right manner. In Kerala, we are trying to implement a new perspective, inclusive industrialization. Nano, micro, small, medium to big industries. We have established a campaign that is Year of Enterprises. Within 3 years, now we could establish 3.5 lakhs new MSMEs in the state of Kerala. 3.5 lakhs. Union government has recognized the novel innovation in the model practice in MSME. American Society of Public Administration, first time in its history, has recognized this is novel innovation in public administration. Involvement of local bodies. Decentralization for the industrialization process. We have constituted a state level committee under the chairmanship of Chief Minister, a core committee under the convenorship of Chief Secretary, and district level, a committee under the chairmanship of District Panchayat President. In constituency level, a committee under the chairmanship of the MLAs, and one local body level under the chairmanship of the president or chairman or mayor of the local bodies. They are monitoring all activities. We are ensuring loan for the small industries with 4% of interest. The other side, government is, this interest subvention is provided by the government itself. Out of this 3.5 lakhs new MSMEs, 31% of the new entrepreneurs are women entrepreneurs. 31%. We are providing special assistance to them. And K-Store, that is an extension of ration shops. In all ration shops, an extension of K-Shop, Kerala shop. And there is a facility to sell the products of locally manufactured. Within 8 months, 90 crores rupees. That is the 90 crore rupees value of the local products sold through these K-shops. And government is also providing insurance to MSMEs. Government is taking the responsibility of 50% of the premium for the MSMEs. And also we have established MSME clinics in all district level. Financial, management, technical, marketing, any issues, come to this clinic, like a health clinic. Then these people can provide advice from the experts or from the institutions. Government will give the remuneration. A panel of experts and panel of institutions to give advice to these new small industries. And also now we have provided an online marketing system, K-Shop. They can put their products in this online market mechanism. And also inclusive industrialization means it's not concentrated in cities. Kerala, as I call it, is a city. Very difficult to demarcate between village and cities. If some industries ask me for 1,000 acres of land, 2,000 acres of land, in Kerala it is very difficult. Then I said, no. You can start an automobile company, Tamil Nadu, okay, we will provide the technology. Now all vehicles are the software-defined vehicles. That one is the hub of automotive technology. BMW, Benz, Audi, all vehicles can control from Trivandrum now. When they are traveling to the roads or traveling on the roads of different countries, we can control from Trivandrum. Because if I want to acquire 100 acres of land, I have to discuss with the 400 or 500 landowners. In other states, if you want to acquire 2,000 acres of land, they have to discuss with 1 or 2 people. That is the difference. Land reforms implemented by the first government in 1857. And value of land is also very high, very difficult for acquisition. Then vertical. Our major advantage is highly skilled human resources. Then inclusive industrialization. That includes all parts of the state. Wayanad or Idukki or Alappi, not only in Kochi or Trivandrum or Calicut. Everywhere, government is spending money for strengthening the infrastructure mechanism and also upskilling. And small units, a networking, cluster mechanism, and also CFCs, Common Facility Center, we are providing. That will reduce the production cost. And these new MSMEs, they are just generated 7.5 lakhs new employment within 3 years in the state of Kerala by this initiative, Year of Enterprises. But with regard to Kerala, a deep-rooted presumption is there. While we are crossing 1 year, then you can see red flag. That is the deep-rooted presumption. Slides. And Kerala was. These type of things only happening in Kerala. That is the deep-rooted presumption. Far away from the reality. The last 1.5 decades, 2000 up to 2018, 1 decade, 2008 to 2018, Tamil Nadu was the state with the highest number of strikes, 28%. But this is a state with the maximum number of factories. The strikes are not a cutting for industrialization. 26%. 2018, 28%. But last 1 decade, 26% of the strikes happening in the country is in Tamil Nadu, 17% in Maharashtra, 11% in Gujarat. But in these states, maximum factories are coming during this period. Well, what is the perception? Strikes are against industrialization. But in Tamil Nadu also, if you are considering the last 1 decade, 16% of the new factories of the countries is established in Tamil Nadu itself. 26% of strikes, highest number of strikes in Tamil Nadu, but highest number of the industries also established during this period in Tamil Nadu, 16%. But these are the presumptions developed by certain sectors. They are against strikes, they are against things, agitations. That is not true. Maharashtra 17%, Gujarat 11%. It is happening there also. Now the percentage, Tamil Nadu, the CA2 is only taking this agitation. But Gujarat, 11% of strikes happening in the last 1 decade is in Gujarat. 17% in Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra. 2 days back, I read a news that one minister of Maharashtra was forced to resign. How? Why? Because a big wind power factory is establishing in one part of Maharashtra. A section of people came there. We will give them voice. And some issues. Then the Panchayat Sarpanch went there to settle this issue. He was killed. These type of anarchy is not happening in Tamil Nadu. These type of anarchy is not happening in Kerala. These type of anarchy is not happening wherever the organized central trade units are functioning. Not happening. In Kerala, recently I have taken more time. Recently we have organized a big Invest Summit. Before that, I personally attended 46 prior programs. Round tables, conclaves, roadshow, one roadshow in Chennai also. But one conclave is the trade union conclave prior to the investor summit. Nowhere in the country a trade union conclave is organized as a part of the investor summit. In Year of Enterprises, which I have mentioned earlier, the small industries campaign, we have convened a meeting of the state leaders of the central trade unions. And they themselves committed. We should not take raise any new demands in these new small companies. We will help because 2 people, 3 people, 4 people are working in these industries. We will give all support to them. And 36,000 projects of the BPCL. It could commission before time because a free-trade mechanism was there. 1 unit level, unit trade union leaders, then management. 1 district level, under the chairmanship of collector, labor commission, district labor officer, management representatives, and central trade union representatives. And third layer, industry minister, labor minister, then management, and central trade union leaders, state leaders. Whenever small issues are coming, any disputes, any grievances, then this unit level will discuss these issues and settle. If needed, then district level. Then further needed, then state level mechanism. Now for this new investment proposal, we are discussing for that. This was the procedure which was established in 1857 itself. At that time, industry minister, labor minister was single man. Then a three-tier mechanism was there to settle all these issues. I have already mentioned, we are not taking any rights of the workers, but duties and responsibilities. Productivity. Earlier trade unions are against this concept, productivity is a social concept. But we could recognize in this system that it should be there. Productivity linked. Minimum wage, productivity linked PLP, productivity linked bonus, productivity linked incentives, it is there. But ensuring minimum wages and normal wages in all sectors, in addition to the sharing of the profit. See, I put in International Airport, it's a BBB, 32% is the government, Chief Minister is the chairman, I am also in the board. Earlier I was the trade union leader of that airport. First time in the country, CR gave a bonus, not in terms of currency, not in terms of any monetary benefits. Share. Certain percentage of share to the workers as a bonus. Now the price of the share is very high. There's new things we are trying to implement. Participation of the workers in the management, giving equity to the workers themselves. Not like IPO mechanism. So we are ready to share in public sector and other joint ventures. And this is the part, or this is the alternative we are trying to implement in the state of Kerala within the neoliberal system of the country. It's a struggling thing, very difficult, because financial constraints are there. We are not getting our share from the union government. Then we have certain constraints to give more support to small industries and to the PSUs and traditional sectors, but we are trying our best. Now, Kerala is changing without diluting any labor rights, without changing any labor conditions. We can attract more investment to the state of Kerala. We are creating a thriving ecosystem for the industries in the state of Kerala. Then also I would like to go to the figures. The recent report, Union Government report, the regular workforce in the total workforce percentage is 46 in the state of Kerala. Earlier it was 26 in 2011. Now it is 46% regular workforce. National average is, say, 25. Women workforce, the regular workforce percentage is 51, the highest in the country, in the state of Kerala, 51%. And also we are discussing with the new knowledge-based industries, to provide more comfort ecosystem. For traditional industries, government is giving money to the private cashew industries to provide better work condition for the women. And in the IT industries, changing the tables and affordable mechanism, entertainment within the institution itself, campus itself. We are discussing with them how to reduce the stress of the employees in the IT sector. We are establishing a mechanism to discuss these issues. Recently, Kerala Youth Commission has have constituted a committee to evaluate these issues of the IT employees, and they have submitted a report to the government. We are working on that. Then, workers' rights are not against industrialization. Workers' agitations are not against industrializations. But anarchists and other things, it is some created issues. In Kerala, there is no Kuguli, very famous to all over the country, no Kuguli, without only seeing the work and getting the wage. Machine is doing the work and the people are getting the wage. Now it is banned by the government. Now automation is happening. That is the real challenge. Now AI, Gen AI. Earlier, only human being can write the computer programs. Now, Gen AI is writing the computer program. Earlier, human being can manufacture robots. Now, robots are manufactured robots. The situation is changing. Automation is very high. Then nobody can predict what would be happen in the future. But within these existing limitations, we are trying our best to ensure the work is right. In one side, at the same time, we are trying to attract more investment to the state of Kerala. These ways, I declare this special convention on trade, investment, and rights of the worker is being inaugurated. Thank you.